So I'd like to show you something real quick because freedom over fear here is still, making it his mission to debunk the fraud that is Mr. Global and is suggesting that I'm paid by the DNC. Would the DNC pay me for this?
The people you support, as you can just see on this video, lied to you for years. They lied to you, and I told you they were lying. And I caught.
So that's the video I just did a couple of days ago where I'm talking to Democrats and I tell them how Joe Biden and the entire Democratic Party lied to them for years about gas prices. You think the DNC is paying me for that? How about this video? This one's even better because you think I'm being paid by the DNC to talk bad about Donald Trump.
I've been offered a significant amount of money, not to promote a presidential candidate, but to disparage one. And you know me, I have the receipts. I screenshotted every bit of that communication.
So, freedom over fear, that's where I was offered $2,000 per video to disparage Donald Trump. And when this offer came to me, I allowed the conversation between the person and that I was emailing, that we were emailing back and forth, to go on so I could build a case, a portfolio of receipts, so I could show it to everyone. I didn't just say no right off the bat. I asked questions. That way I could just make this whole video showing everyone how dirty politics is. I'm not like Benny Johnson. Oh, I'm sure you're a huge fan of. Or Tim Pool, the guys that took millions from Russia. I'm not like that. So in this comment section, you say, Mr. Global, I don't like deceitful people. And you've said this a couple of times, 3 or 4 times, how much you just hate deceitful people when your whole page is basically exists to prop up a politician. And it wouldn't matter if it's a Democrat or a Republican politician. If that's what your page is, you don't have a problem with deceitful people. You have a problem with people shining negative lights on the very deceitful people that you do like. That's your problem. And here you talk about how you're using artificial intelligence. Yes, because AI works so well. So to highlight, I asked artificial intelligence a question concerning a lie that Donald Trump told, one of the many. Are kids getting sex changes in school? Yeah, one of Donald Trump's famous lies that you people just, I don't understand how you can believe that. So in this whole response, and this is on DeepSeek, in this whole response, do you know what does not exist in our kids getting sex changes in school? No. Yeah. The answer is not no. And that means this is a perfect example of how flawed artificial intelligence is. There is one spot on here where they say not typically. Typically means most cases, in most cases, right? Not typically is not the correct answer. The correct answer to this question on artificial intelligence would be one word. No, that's the correct answer. So you carry on your mission to try to nitpick everything I say to death. Lord knows you would never do that to Donald Trump. And you continue to use the excuse that you're fairly new to TikTok when you get things wrong. I don't know what being fairly new to TikTok has to do with getting something right or wrong. You're just taking what's right or wrong and saying it into a phone. Being new to TikTok has nothing to do with whether you're right or wrong, or whether I'm right or wrong. And trust me, there's a lot more you're wrong about. I just haven't highlighted it yet because I'm allowing you to continue digging your hole, right? As you said, I've been doing this a long time. This is a game I know how to play very well, and you're in a bad spot, buddy. So nitpick the data all you want and call me all the names you want and disparage me all you want. But at the end of the day, you cannot deny that Donald Trump artificially manipulated the global energy market at the end of 2018 and caused a crash. And he did that for the benefit of Iran, a nation who funds terrorism around the world. And he put billions of dollars in their pocket. Yeah, he did that. That's a thing. He did. You want to talk about whether gas was up or down 5 or 10 cents, or whether the amount of oil that OPEC increased was 1 or 2 million barrels a day. You want to talk about all of these little data points because you don't want to talk about the fact that he used a terrorist nation to crash the global commodities market and cost Americans jobs. You don't want to talk about that. You just want to talk about all that little shit that's inconsequential. And since you are such a seeker of truth and purveyor of truth and honesty, why don't you do this? Why don't you go look up the time Donald Trump said he filled the Strategic Petroleum Reserve? Why don't you look up the time he said it was completely empty for decades and he filled it to the tippy top? Go look that up, make a video about it, and talk about how he's a fraud and a grifter. I don't simp for politicians. I don't need to. You do. You need to. I hate to tell you this, but the pool of people simping for Donald Trump is very diluted. You're not going to get a lot of traction there. You continue to talk about how many followers I have. You know how I could have a lot more followers? If I chose one side and stuck to it. Yeah, I could have a lot more followers. But that's not what I'm here for. That's what you're here for. That's why you're using me to try to get them. Thanks.